Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rosa Victoria and I'm the creator of the Misfit Business Lounge, the brand that supports you with stepping into your most fun, playful, exotic self whilst building a business and wealth creation that serves you. Now you're here because you want to drive into Sagittarius sign, what's in store back end of November into December and closing out the year of 2025. But before we dive in, can I just ask why none of you told me that when I chopped my hair off on days like this, when I just want to wear my hair up, it's going to be a problem? Why did none of you tell me? Why did none of you tell me? However, let's dive into Sagittarius and what I'm feeling as we're closing out this big year. Now, first of all, Sagittarius, the energy right now is a lot. I feel like you're going through big emotional spins. And what I'm noticing right now is that there's an element of like things are just not going the way that I want them to go. And I can see that you're putting all of your focus in that I want things to go in the direction that I want. And you're very focused on one specific goal. However, what Spirit is bringing to the surface right now, Sagittarius, is the realization that that one specific goal is not in your highest good. And I feel sometimes our goals have to change and we have to be willing to change direction based on what is going to work for us. And whether this be with career, relationships, health right now, this is where you're going to have to stop like demanding that something happens in a certain way and actually open your eyes to all the other ways that this gets to happen. Now, I feel sometimes when we're like, it's this relationship, there's no other option, or it's this business, there's no other option. We sometimes suffocate things too deeply and we stop realizing that we always have option. And what Spirit is bringing to the surface right now, Sagittarius, is the realization that you do have options. There is options around you, especially if you're willing to lean in and listen to those options. Now, what Spirit wants you to know is that although things feel very unclear right now and you feel like you're in murky waters, the answer is coming, but it's not necessarily going to be the answer that you want to have. And this is where I want you to realize that sometimes your way is not the best way. And so if you've got all of this vision on like, I want it to be this way, I want it to be this way, I want it to be this way, just remember that things happen the way that they're supposed to. And sometimes we need to take a step back and say, do you know what? Like, Spirit, God, guide me, show me what is right for me, and actually be open to shift and change. Changes are needed right now. And when I talk about changes being needed, I feel like you need to let go of what you're suffocating. Holding on too tightly for the reins and saying like, do it the way that I want it to, is only creating this internal stress. And right now, the best way through the clarity is to actually understand that you are being guided and protected by Spirit. There are certain things that you want to work out in your reality. There are certain things that you want from your relationships, that you want from your career, that you want from your finances. But right now, the way that you're going around it is not the right way for you. And so Spirit is saying, be open to what Spirit has to plan. This is your reminder that we have to crack a few eggs to be able to bake a cake. And so right now, I'm looking at this as like something has to break in order for you to rebuild. And it feels very much like this. Again, I'm going to give a very bad cake analogy. We have to bake the cake before we can decorate it. And it very much feels like you have to build the foundation before you can decorate the cake. And so right now, there's something in your foundation that's not working. And no matter how much you try to get that relationship, that career, that offer, that friendship, whatever it is to work out, it's not going to work the way that you want it to. And there's a reason behind that, and there is fated protection in that as well. And so, yes, you might not be able to see this until you're looking back later down the line, but eventually you will look back on this situation and say, oh, okay, I know what Spirit was doing there. And so this is your reminder that although something might hurt, and although it might feel like a loss, just get comfortable with knowing that it's for a reason. And so right now, the best thing that you can do for yourself is to not like tunnel vision so focused on your future and wanting it to be a certain way that you actually make this harder than it needs to be. This is the time to say, okay, things aren't working out the way that I wanted. Now let's see what Spirit has in store, because life is supposed to be a journey. We're supposed to energetically allow ourselves to be exploring continuously. And if you could just get off of this need to have things in the way that you want them, I promise you that you would see the joy that is around you. Now, there is an element of codependency that's coming to the surface here. And so maybe you're codependent with a client or a mentor, or you're codependent with a business idea, you're codependent with a relationship. There is something that you're codependent with right now. And this is also your reminder of like, it's not healthy to have that level of commitment to a thing that is actually not making you feel good. And so you're going to have to look at where you're overcommitted, where you're giving too much, because I feel like you're going to end up in burnout if you don't analyze this energy and look at things in the right way. You know, you need to be able to see clearly where you're overextending, overgiving, and actually strip back and provide to yourself in the right way. And so what Spirit wants you to be aware of is the knowing that, like, if you step back, how can you see things differently? I feel right now there's something that you don't want to admit, whether it's somebody's character and personality, something's not working within relationships. Maybe it's that something's not quite working out for you in business and you're struggling with admitting that. Whatever it is, you're making this harder. Nobody is judging you for your life pathway changing, and you have to be able to accept that things aren't working out the way that you envisioned, and that's okay. Like, we're going in this new direction. And so right now is all about new direction and realizing that clarity often comes with letting go and allowing ourselves to let go of what is no longer serving us. Now, if you've enjoyed this reading, drop me a like and a subscribe down below and comment your breakthroughs as well. I love to see your breakthroughs.